On today's episode of The Front Row, we are in the office of Dr. Eric Allen, who is quite a musician around town, doing all sorts of things. And being the holiday season, there's lots of Christmas programming to enjoy. And Dr. Allen, of course, has so much to do with that. Eric, welcome back to The Front Row. Thank you for being with us today.
Thrilled to be here, Clint. Thank you.
So a big holiday program is coming up that you're in charge of. Tell us about it.
Absolutely. Well, as the conductor of the Lubbock Chamber Orchestra within the Lubbock Symphony, we're thrilled to present Festival of Carols on December 6th at the Civic Center. Now, this event is going to be just usher in the holiday season here in Lubbock. We're so excited about it. And of course, it coincides with the First Friday Art Trail downtown as well. So we hope people will go and visit the Art Trail and then make their way to the Civic Center for a terrific evening at the Civic Center of Music.
Which is just right across the street.
Absolutely.
Yeah, so
absolutely.
Parking, everything's taken care of, right?
That's right.
Exactly.
It'll be perfect.
So people who want to come to this concert, what will they hear?
Absolutely. Well, we've got just a variety of just about everything you can imagine for this concert. We're thrilled to have with the orchestra the First United Methodist Church Chancel Choir, which I'm fortunate to be the director of as well. And we'll also have the West Texas Children's Chorus with Susan Brumfield conducting them as well. So lots of vocal music along with the choir, but we also have two outstanding soloists who both hailed from Lubbock, and glad to welcome them home for the holidays, if you will, is Hannah Jackson, of course. Everyone knows Hannah, and she's going to be joining us, as well as Corbin Despain, who will be back in town with us for this concert and featured as soloist, and so we're thrilled to have them back as well.
You've certainly got a great group of players and singers. Give us kind of a rundown of the program. What can people expect to hear?
Absolutely. What you would expect to hear at the holidays, we hope to be able to share that. We're going to open the concert with the orchestra and some just traditional holiday tunes, Sleigh Ride, of course, and Winter Wonderland, and all the things you would imagine. We have a very special guest who's going to be reciting "'Twas the Night Before Christmas" along with the orchestra, of course, will be the music director of the Lubbock Symphony, David Cho, my colleague, and I'm thrilled to have him there on stage with me as well. So we're going to have a great time with that. Then we're going to take a turn toward a little bit more of the sacred side of the holiday season, and we're going to feature our soloists on some classic tunes that people probably associate with the holiday season from both Joseph's perspective and Mary's perspective. Corbin will be singing Joseph's Lullaby, which was by Mercy Me, and we're going to be doing that with the orchestra. And then Hannah's going to be sharing Amy Grant's Breath of Heaven. And then they're going to come together and do a couple other things. The prayer that was made so famous by Celine Dion, and so we're just thrilled to be able to share all of that as well. The evening will also feature the choirs and some specific pieces that I know will be recognizable to our audience. And then the evening will conclude with a big sing-along. The audience will sing along as well, so we're going to have a great time.
Great. Sounds like something for everybody in a concert.
Something for everyone.
Right. And also the West Texas Children's Chorus as well. You're doing stuff right.
West Texas Children's Chorus, of course, Susan being my colleague here at Texas Tech. I'm fortunate to work with her, and so just thrilled to have her expertise involved in this concert. And the children of that chorus are just outstanding contributors to this community, and so we're thrilled to welcome them. And they're going to join us they're going to join the Chancel Choir on some things, and then sing a few things on their own. To be featured, and of course, we're just what would the holiday concert be without those children? So.
You mentioned sacred and maybe secular music. That's kind of the thing about the holidays, right? There's all sorts of facets to holiday music that people can enjoy, that are familiar, and that people would sort of expect to hear in a concert like this, right?
Absolutely. We want to enjoy the nostalgia of the season, of course, and so we want to both experience all the things that we associate with those holiday sounds. When we hear those sleigh bells, when we hear those things, that it just evokes that cheer and joy that comes associated with the season. We also want to take time to recognize, what's behind the Christmas season too, and having the Chancel Choir from FUMC with us, and of course our soloist, that allows us the opportunity to explore that as well.
Right. You mentioned working with Corbin and with Hannah, and also, of course, with the choirs. You have a reputation for doing really great music and finding great things, great artistry. How do you find arrangements of this music? Where do you go as a conductor to get quality transcriptions of pieces that people want to hear?
Sure. Well, that's a good question. And the holiday season, of course, I mean, there are lots of options. And the symphony has some tried and true pieces that have been done for years, of course. And so some of the arrangements will be something that, you know, the symphony has done before. Others we've explored because of my role in the church as well. We've explored some more of the sacred publishers and contributors, and even some of the praise charts that some of these come from that would be considered more contemporary, that are associated with the season. So I've had to turn over lots of rocks.
That would be the first thing that would concern me.
Sure.
Is, you know, to find the right arrangements that sound great and fit the bill for
Sure.
what you're looking to do.
Sure.
And I've always wondered how y'all manage to do that.
Well, we keep uncovering and discovering and exploring until we find the right fit. But you know, the great thing is a lot of these arrangements, you know, with the right artists, they just work.
Yeah.
You know, and they just work, and they deliver a message, and I think they evoke the right emotion out of the music and connect with the audience, and so that's what we want to do.
Great. This concert is not in the Buddy Holly.
Correct.
It's at the Civic Center, right?
It is. It's at the Civic Center. Really a great venue. And one, of course, you know, for people who've been to the symphony for years, you're very familiar with the Civic Center, and they've been so great to work with. And so we're really excited to be back at the Civic Center for this concert. We do have seats available still, and we hope to sell the place out and just have a great weekend. Of course, this concert is on Friday night and First Friday Art Trail as well. But of course, there are other things that weekend associated with the holidays, concluding even on Sunday with the Carol of Lights at Texas Tech. And so we just think this could be, you know, the first weekend in December is just going to be just a wonderful festival for Christmas.
We'll get everybody in the mood.
That's right. It's time.
Exactly.
Yeah. If we can just get 6 inches of snow. No, I'm not wishing that. Anyway.
Well, that would be great. So the concert is Friday night,
December 6th at 7:30 at the Civic Center. And tickets are available if you go to our website at lubbocksymphony.org. You can reserve tickets and purchase them there.
All right. Dr. Eric Allen is our guest on the front row today. He's the music director of the Lubbock Chamber Orchestra, and they, together with the Chancel Choir of First United Methodist Church, the West Texas Children's Chorus, and soloists Hannah Jackson and Corbin Despain, all performing a beautiful concert coming up. Best of luck, Eric. We really appreciate you being on the show today.
Thanks so much. We're excited.